Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Gdaynamaste. I'm Amanda and today I have a really exciting episode for all of those people who are considering moving to India. So in this video, I'm going to share with you my top 10 essential tips for a smooth transition to this beautiful country. So let's dive right in. Before you embark your journey to incredible India, it's really important to learn about the country's culture, traditions, and customs. India is incredibly diverse, and each state does have its own unique practices. So understanding and respecting these cultural nuances will help you integrate into the community much faster. Also, please understand what your rights are as a foreigner. There are certain things under the Indian constitution that foreigners don't have the right to, which is very different to Western countries. So it's really important to familiarise yourself with these before going, so you don't risk being asked to leave the country. I will leave a link in the description so you can know more about the constitution. Also, one of my friends, the amazing and talented Jessica Kumar from India with Jessica and Invisible India, has released an ebook called The Traveller's Guide to India. So it has over 30 pages of practical tips, which is going to put you years ahead in language learning, transportation, money and payments, guide to food, communication, strategy, things not to say in India, and so much more. So I will put the link for that in the description as well. Tip number 2, visa and documentation. So sorting out your visa and documentation is the most important thing to do. So make sure you do your research on the appropriate visa category for your stay and start the application process well in advance, depending on when you want to travel. So some visas are valid from the approval date, while others are valid from the date of entry. So make sure you check that and plan accordingly, so you don't lose time from your visa if you aren't planning on traveling for a few months after approval. Depending on your purpose of stay, you might need a tourist visa, employment visa, spouse visa, which is also known as an X or an entry visa. So most recently, there have been a lot of visa changes for both the paper tourist visas and e-tourist visas. So always check the latest requirements and consult with the Indian embassy or your consulate in your home country. And make sure the website you're checking is a government website. There's a lot of scam visa pages out there. I have a video up here, so watch this video to find out how to get agency help from a reputable and well-known expat agency called Expat Orbit if you are wanting professional help. Tip number 3, accommodation. So finding suitable accommodation is obviously essential when going to any country, including India. So whether you're looking for a rented apartment, a guest house, or a homestay, it is important to do really thorough research and consider factors such as safety, proximity to amenities or places that you need to be, and transportation options. So you can ask for recommendations in Facebook groups such as Expats in India, Foreigners in India, or online platforms like Magic Bricks and 99 Acres, which can all help you find accommodation that fit your requirements. I will put links for all of these in the description as well. Tip number 4, learn the basics of the local or regional language. So while English is widely spoken in India, learning the basics of the regional language can really help enhance your experience and also help you communicate with locals on a deeper level. Keep in mind that in North India, Hindi is the most commonly spoken language. However, each state does have their own regional language too. As an example, I live in the state of Punjab, so the regional language here is Punjabi. So people can speak English and Hindi, however, signs, newspapers, local news updates on the TV are all written in Punjabi, which is different to Hindi. In the south, every state also have their own regional languages. However, Hindi is not commonly spoken, and the languages do greatly vary state to state. So simple phrases like greetings, asking for directions, or ordering food can really go a long way in building connections and showing your respect for the local language. I do have a discount code for a language learning app called UTalk that will get you 20% off the subscription packages, so link in the description. Tip number 5, health and hygiene. So India obviously has its own set of health challenges, so it is crucial to take care of your health and maintain good hygiene practices. Drink bottled water or filtered water, wash your hands regularly, and also be cautious about the food you eat. It is recommended to consult a doctor before your trip just to get any necessary vaccinations or medication that you might need for the first few months of your trip, especially if you're unsure if and where you can buy them in India. So my personal choice for online medicines is a website called NetMeds. Really fast delivery, affordable in price, plus if you need a prescription, you can have a phone consultation with the doctor. who then adds your prescription and the medication to your order. And generally the doctor speaks English as well. Tip number 6, transportation. So navigating the hustle and bustle of India can really be an adventure. So familiarise yourself with the local transportation options such as buses, trains, auto rickshaws and taxis. It is also helpful to learn about popular ride-sharing apps like Ola and Uber, InDriver and now BlaBlaCar, which are widely used in major cities. So Ola and Uber do work just the same as in other countries. InDriver gives you a recommended charging price and allows you to accept or reject fares from drivers who offer the same or different amounts, so it's kind of like a bartering system. BlaBlaCar are not always taxis, they can just be regular people driving to a certain destination who have a spare seat available in their car. They charge really, really affordable prices and they're a really great option if you are on a budget but don't want to travel by train or bus. So these taxi methods are really good as they are fixed price and you're less likely to be taken advantage of or be overcharged. So you can actually also use this price as a price marker and negotiate a price with a local auto rickshaw driver or a private taxi as well. Tip number 7, embrace the cuisine. So one of the highlights of living in India is undoubtedly the incredible cuisine, from mouthwatering street food to diverse regional delicacies. So India really has it all. So don't be afraid to explore and try new dishes, but be mindful of street food hygiene. So make sure the person serving your food is wearing gloves if possible and is following hygienic practices. If you're traveling with a local or you do have a guide, just ask them if the vendor is reputable or if the place looks hygienic, because they are locals, they know. And remember to start slow with spicy food if you're not accustomed to it. Even ask for white person mild if you need to. Tip number 8, stay safe and be aware. India is generally a safe country, but it's always wise to be cautious and aware of your surroundings, like in any foreign country. Keep your valuables secure, especially in crowded places, hold your bag, avoid traveling alone late at night. So always update someone at home where you are and what you're doing, and if you can, send your live location to a friend or family member in case of emergencies. I actually have this switched on all the time, even when I was in Australia, so my parents could see where I was and where I am now. So it's also a good idea to stay updated on local news and follow any advisories or safety guidelines provided by your embassy. Tip number 9, build a support network. So moving to a new country really can be challenging. So it is essential to build a support network. Join local expat communities like Internations, expat Facebook groups, so you can search India-wide or check if your city has one. Expats here in Chandigarh, we recently created our own Facebook page, which you can find under Chandigarh Expats. Engage in social activities, or even consider language exchange groups. So these connections will not only help you navigate any cultural landscapes, but it also provides a sense of belonging and support during your stay. If you are interested to know more about what other foreigners say about living in India and any advice they give, I have started a new series here called Foreigner Feature, so you can check out that playlist where I do interview one foreigner in India a month about their experiences in life here. And finally, tip number 10, embrace the experience. So living in India really can be a whirlwind of emotions, but it really is also an opportunity for personal growth and cultural enrichment. Be kind to yourself, embrace the diversity, engage with the local community, participate in festivals, and just soak in the rich history and traditions. Things are always changing here last minute. Hardly anyone or anything is on time, but somehow, amidst all the chaos, there is always a solution and everything always works out in the end. I don't know how, but it happens. So try to remain open-minded, adjust, and give up control on things you can't control. Remember, every day in India is an adventure waiting to happen. Watch this video to see how I adjusted to living in India long term as well. And that brings us to the end of my top 10 essential tips for moving to India. I hope these insights help you in your journey of making India your home. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Gdaynamaste, for more exciting content about life as a long-term foreigner or expat in India. So until next time, take care and namaste.